Judy Chicago is one of the most groundbreaking feminist artists of the 20th century. She has done exactly what a time traveler would do, except she doesn't need a machine to do it. She uses canvas, ceramics, smoke, and spirit instead. Her art reaches backward to reclaim forgotten histories and forward to ignite future generations. Her work moves across centuries, digging up buried stories, reclaiming erased voices, and imagining new futures. Judy Chicago's art connects the past, present, and future, especially when it comes to women in power. Judy Chicago was born in 1939 in Chicago. Her original name was Judith Cohen. She grew up in a politically active Jewish household, and her dad was a labor organizer while her mom supported the arts. From a young age, she was aware of inequality, and that really shaped how she saw the world. She studied art at UCLA in the 1960s, and while she was incredibly skilled, she wasn't taken very seriously in a male-dominated field. Teachers told her to paint like a man, and the art world ignored anything that looked feminine. Instead of conforming, she decided to change the system from the inside out. One of her most famous works, The Dinner Party, is basically an artistic time machine. It's this huge triangular table with 39 elaborate place settings. Each one is honoring a woman from history. Most are historical, but there are some names that are fictional, representing women that could come in the future. Under the table, there are another 999 names written in gold. These are women who have been forgotten or erased from mainstream history. Chicago's goal was to literally make space for them at the table, not just in the artwork, but in culture. What's interesting is that she didn't use traditional high-quality art materials. She used embroidery, ceramics, and textiles. These are materials associated with women's work. At the time, a lot of critiques hated it, but that was kind of the point she was trying to make. She was saying women's contributions to art, history, and life do matter. With The Dinner Party, Chicago made the past visible again and gave future artists something to build on. Judy didn't stop with just rewriting history. She kept pushing boundaries, exploring birth, the body, and even nature. In her Atmosphere series, she used colored smoke to feminize public spaces, basically taking up space in environments that had always excluded women. It's visually stunning, but also has a deeper message. Women belong everywhere. Her birth project was another example. It focuses on childbirth, something most artists avoided or ignored entirely at the time. She collaborated with needleworkers to create images of pregnancy, labor, and new life. She showed that birth, something only people with uteruses experience, is a creative force, not something to hide or too taboo to be in the world. Chicago also believed in making space for others. She helped start the first feminist art program in the U.S. and created Woman House, a collaborative installation where women artists could express things like domestic labor, identity, and gender roles. She's influenced a lot of artists who came after her, like the Guerrilla Girls, who use humor and protest to call out sexism in museums. She's inspired contemporary artists, like Michaeline Thomas, who explore race, gender, and power in their own ways. Even in her 80s, Judy's still creating. She's tackling topics like climate change and extinction. She keeps asking big questions like, what does it mean to care? What kind of world are we making? Judy's method of using so-called feminine materials in her work, as well as centering her art around the female body, has inspired other artists. Artists like Faith Ringgold have embraced textiles and patterns in their art, and Tracy Emin and Kiki Smith explored the raw, personal realities of the body. Judy Chicago's techniques didn't just express her own ideas. They created a whole new visual language for feminist art. Judy Chicago might not literally travel through time, but her art sure does. It brings the past into focus, changes how we see the present, and opens up space for the future. She once said, "I'm trying to make a world where women's achievements are part of history." And honestly, she is. That's why I think of her as a time traveler, someone who moves through time with purpose, using art to reshape what we remember and what comes next.